Kisaki, are you really okay with just taking photos?
I'm happy enough just to be able to marry you, Nozomu. Asking for more would feel like tempting fate. Besides, I don't have that many friends to invite to a wedding anyway.
I'm Nozomu Shimaki, 20 years old, and she's my classmate, Kisaki Ito, my beloved girlfriend since high school. Today, we'll officially become husband and wife. After the photo shoot, we plan to submit our marriage registration at City Hall. Let's hold a proper wedding someday. Because I chose factory work after high school due to financial reasons, I couldn't afford an extravagant wedding. Kisaki is physically weak and can't work full-time either. For us, a wedding costing at least 2 million yen was an unattainable dream.
Don't be nervous. Smile a bit more.
Then I learned about photo-only weddings in a wedding magazine. This option would cost only around 100,000 yen. At the very least, I wanted Kisaki to wear a wedding dress, and that's how we decided on this ceremony. About 6 months later, Kisaki became pregnant.
Congratulations, you're 5 weeks along. However, your blood test shows an elevated white blood cell count. I've always been weak and often get fevers. Maybe that's related? We'll prescribe antibiotics that are safe for the fetus. Please take them for a while.
However, her levels didn't improve, and Kisaki was referred to hematology for further tests due to concerns about possible blood disorder. Detailed tests revealed the diagnosis: chronic myeloid leukemia.
Her frequent fevers and fatigue were likely early symptoms of the illness, rather than the general frailty. It's a life-threatening condition. Immediate treatment with tyrosine kinase inhibitors is standard. But this chemotherapy drug possesses severe teratogenic risks. It could significantly harm the fetus. Then, does that mean this baby? One option is to allow the fetus to develop to a viable stage, deliver by cesarean section, and begin treatment afterwards. However, the late detection of leukemia makes this a high-risk choice for both mother and child. I understand, but I want to have this baby. Understood. We'll treat you with medications considered relatively safe for pregnant women until delivery. After delivery, we'll immediately begin full-scale chemotherapy.
Kisaki successfully gave birth to a healthy baby girl, Himeo. At the same time, her intensive leukemia treatment began. The treatment must have been grueling, but Kisaki endured it with all her might.
Look! Himeno-san said mama!
Really? Himeno, can you say papa? Papa! Even so, those days were undoubtedly filled with happiness. But it didn't last long. When Himeno was 4, Kisaki's condition suddenly worsened.
I'm sorry, Nozomu. I might not make it. If that happens, please take care of Himeno.
Don't say that. You'll be okay. We still have the bone marrow transplant scheduled. However, despite their efforts, Kisaki passed away at just 25 years old.
Papa, why is Mama sleeping all the time?
In the end, I couldn't fulfill my promise to hold a proper wedding. That's why I decided to honor my other promise, to raise Himeno properly, no matter what.
Hey, Papa, where did Mama go?
Mama is watching over us from up in the sky. I worked tirelessly, sometimes relying on my parents, but I also threw myself into parenting, raising Himeno with all my might. Perhaps it was my way of escaping the grief of losing Kisaki. 10 years have passed since Kisaki passed away. Before I knew it, Himeno had become a middle school student. Himeno loves karaage, so I'll pack a little bit extra, even if it's a bit forceful. Factory shifts start early, so I'm the one who makes both our lunches and breakfasts on weekdays. I struggled at first, but now cooking is second nature. I can do it with ease while letting my mind wander. Himeno, it's time to get up and eat breakfast.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, Himeno. Breakfast is ready, so go wash up. Okay, Himeno nods and runs off. She's looking more like Tsuzaki every year. But thankfully, she didn't inherit her mother's frailty. Thinking of Himeno makes me smile without realizing it. After breakfast, I leave Himeno behind and head off to work alone.
Have a good day, Dad.
You still look sleepy. Don't go back to bed and end up late for school, okay?
I won't. Don't worry.
Alright, I'm heading out. With 18 years of experience, I'm used to factory work. I've even been promoted to section chief. While the salary isn't exceptionally high, working at a first-tier subcontractor for a large company provides stable income. This stability means I can afford to send Himeno to university. I don't want her to stop her education at high school like I did for financial reasons. Also, an early start at the factory means I finish work relatively early. So, after work, I often meet up with Himeno and do some shopping. Himeno, what do you want for dinner tonight?
How about I cook tonight? Chicken sauté, maybe? Oh, and chicken thighs are on sale today.
There was a time when I'd pick her up from elementary school at this hour. Now, she's grown enough to cook meals herself. Children grow up so fast. I felt a deep sense of parental joy and pride. One day, I had a dream about the past, a nostalgic memory from high school. That day, Tsuzaki, a delicate beauty, often regarded as out of reach due to her frailty, was sitting alone on the rooftop. Her overwhelming aura of fragility compelled me to speak to her. Are you okay, Ito? Did something happen? If you're troubled, I can help. She didn't reply immediately, but her silence wasn't hostile, so I sat down beside her.
My favorite mechanical pencil and my gym clothes are missing.
After a while, Tsuzaki began to speak hesitantly. She suspected someone might have hidden them as a prank and was deeply troubled by it. I see. All right, I'll help you look for them.
You will?
Have you checked the lost and found?
Yes, but it wasn't there earlier. Oh wait, this is my pencil. Looks like it arrived late.
Glad we found one of them. With optimism, we continued searching for her gym clothes. If it's a prank, the garbage area is a common spot. Let's split up and check the locker rooms. What about the clubroom building, or even the incinerator?
Your uniform might get dirty, Shimaki.
It's fine. I'll brush off the ashes later. Although we never found the gym clothes, this incident brought us closer. Has anything else gone missing?
No, maybe I was overthinking things. After all, the pencil was in the lost and found.
It's good nothing escalated, but I don't think you imagined it. Your gym clothes really are missing.
You're right. Explaining it to my mom was tough.
Tsuzaki wasn't aloof, just reserved. And then she said something surprising.
I want to be closer to my classmates. Some of them are difficult, but I know they're good people. But when I think one of them might have done this, it scares me.
Take your time. You don't have to rush. Just go at your own pace. Tsuzaki longed to bond with her classmates. But the harassment widened the gap, and they remained distant.
Dad! Wake up! Breakfast is ready!
I was pulled back from my dream by the clanging sound of Himeno hitting a pot.
Oh, 5 more minutes.
Your breakfast will get cold!
In our household, the roles of waking and being woken have reversed over the years. This miso soup tastes great. It tastes just like what Tsuzaki used to make. Mothers and daughters really are alike in such ways. By the way, how's school? Any issues with friends or anything? Tsuzaki's dream made me ask, but Himeno answered without hesitation.
Oh? Are you worried because Mom was bullied in high school?
Wait, how does she know that? I never told her. Well, maybe Kisaki mentioned it? But that would have been when she was 4 or 5. She remembered that?
At my middle school, we don't have that kind of thing. Even the teachers say the students are pretty decent. That said, it's not like I'll meet someone at school like how you met Mom.
I see. That's good to hear.
Oh, by the way, Dad, you got a letter.
Koshikawa? Who is that? Oh, it's a high school reunion invitation. I think I'll pass again. The last time I got one of these, Kisaki was in the middle of her treatments, so I couldn't go. As I thought about this, Himeo suddenly reacted strongly.
A high school reunion? Your high school. Of course you're going, right, Dad?
What? I mean, I haven't decided.
You have to go, and take me with you.
What? Why do you want to come too?
Because I want to meet people who knew Mom.
Well, that's true, but your mom wasn't exactly popular with her classmates.
I still want to go. Please, Dad?
All right. I'll ask Koshikawa if it's okay to bring you. The reunion happened to fall on my day off, so if I wanted to, I could attend. In the end, Himeno convinced me, and we decided to go together.
If that's the plan, we need to get you a new outfit for the reunion today.
My usual suit will do just fine. Besides, shouldn't we focus on getting you something?
No way! That worn-out suit won't do. I'll wear my school uniform. It's formal attire for students.
And so, we decided to spend the day shopping for clothes. On the day of the reunion, I brought Himeno along for introductions.
I didn't know Ito had passed away. I'd heard she married you, but...
Sorry for not reaching out. The funeral was a small family-only affair.
No. I'm sorry for not offering my condolences. So, this is Himeno. I'm Himeno Shimaki, formerly Himeno Ito. Thank you for allowing me to attend. Oh, you're very composed. I'm Yuriko Koshikawa. Nice to meet you. It's been so long since I last saw you, Shimaki. Everyone's been excited to meet you two. Wow, she really looks just like Ito. Even though we've all aged, it's like someone here turned back time. Huh, saying we've aged is uncalled for.
Wow. She really does look exactly like Ito. Himeno, or rather both of us, ended up becoming the focus of the gathering.
Shimaki, you got a job after graduating, right? Was it factory work?
Yeah, I'm still at the same place. How do you remember?
I may have had a little interest in you back then, but Ito was there, so I gave up.
Fujihara laughed cheerfully. I never imagined she felt that way. Factory work must be tough. Raising Himeno on your own. My parents and in-laws helped when she was little. Factory work, huh? What a boring life you lead. The man cleared his throat exaggeratedly. If I recall, that's Fujimaki. He was good at academics in school. I married the daughter of a hospital director and became the heir.
He's a doctor. He graduated from medical school.
Koshikawa whispered to me quietly. As expected of the organizer, she knew all the details. I'm living a wealthy life, unlike some factory worker. Envious, aren't you? And soon the big hospital will be mine without me lifting a finger. Good for you. Hey, you could at least act more envious.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Fujimaki?
Himeno talked to Fujimaki. How do you know my name?
It's in my mom's diary. She wrote about the creepy love letters full of bragging you sent her.
Creepy love letters?
By the way, Fujimaki, you were head over heels for Ito, weren't you?
Cold gazes fixed on Daisuke, who fell silent, blushing deeply. I was in love with Ito too. Shima-can, I envy you, damn it. Miura's sudden shout caught me off guard. Was he drunk already? Himeno's knowledge about Kisaki apparently came from her mother's keepsake diary. I had been hesitant to read it myself, keeping it carefully stored away, but Himeno had quietly taken it to read on her own.
Our family wasn't poor or anything, so that's kind of rude, don't you think?
True, but people do associate factory work with low wages. While I was quietly agreeing, Miura turned to Himeno again. So, Himeno, did your mom write anything about me? Your mom let me hear a racer once when I forgot mine during a test. I still remember that.
Could it be Miura-san?
Whoa, my name is actually mentioned in Ito's diary?
Well, she wrote that you borrowed an eraser and never gave it back.
What? I thought she gave it to me.
Mom was shy and introverted, so she probably only meant to lend it to you but couldn't bring herself to ask for it back.
No way.
Hey, that's interesting. Did she write anything about me? Yes. She wrote that you were the class leader and really cool. She wanted to get closer to you. Oh, is that so? I wish I had tried harder to talk to her. I remember saying something a few times, but I thought my presence was a bother and held back. Now that I think about it, maybe she was just nervous. Mom was a bit socially awkward. She even faced some bullying. Bullying? Ito-san was bullied? I never noticed. It's true. She wrote about it in her diary. But she also wrote that her classmates all seemed kind and hardworking. She couldn't believe someone would bully her. She admired so many of you. That's why I wanted to meet you all. So I asked Dad to bring me here. Himeno-chan even looks like she's talking for Ito-san herself.
Hey, Fujimaki. Don't even think about writing her love letters. That'd make you a creep. Daisuke turned beet red, unable to handle the embarrassment, and began to blurt out something outrageous. I never cared that much about Ito. With her being so sickly, she was obviously going to have some kind of illness. She was a disaster waiting to happen. Marrying her would have been a mistake anyway. What did you say? Daisuke's cruel words about Kisaki made my anger flare up. But before I could respond, Miura intervened with a smug grin.
You call yourself a doctor. You're only bad-mouthing her because she rejected you.
Ito was a wonderful person. If you think you can insult her, I've got something to say. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Back then, when I bragged about borrowing an eraser from Ito, you said you'd take something even better. Daisuke's face changed dramatically in an instant. Wait, what are you about to say? He claimed he stole Ito's gym uniform. I thought he was joking, so I ignored it back then. There was a moment of silence before the crowd erupted into murmurs.
Oh, that's so gross. Unbelievable.
Himeno-chan, is this true?
Mom wrote in her diary that her gym uniform went missing. She thought it was just bullying.
That's all lies. Miura is making stuff up.
Himeno-chan just said it was in Ito-san's diary. You've got no way out of this.
Fine. It's past the statute of limitations anyway. Sure, but the emotional scars remain. Miura turned to Himeno with a mischievous grin. I still have the eraser I took from Ito. I didn't realize I kept it all these years. Himeno-chan, if you want it back, I'll gladly return it.
No, it's okay. I think Mom would be happy knowing you've treasured it. See? Even Himeno-chan is a little weirded out. Hey, Fujimaki-san, do you still have her gym uniform?
Of course not. I'm not a pervert.
You totally are.
Exactly. I'm going home. Take the money. Daisuke snarled and stormed off. As he left, Himeno let out a sigh of relief, placing a hand on her chest.
Mom married after all. I wish I could have known her better. Yeah, I just assumed she was not friendly and didn't talk to her.
Koshikawa smiled gently. Oh, well, we should have made more of an effort to connect with others too. During her high school days, Kisaki somehow felt a rift between herself and those around her. After she lost her gym uniform, it took a lot of courage to jump over that gap. But it must have been something like pressing the wrong button. I wish this misunderstanding had been resolved while Kisaki was still alive.
Well, it's not too late now, because Mom lives on in us.
Himeno.
That's right. Could you please let me visit Mr. Ito's grave next time?
That sounds great. I'd love to go.
Don't bring an eraser as an offering, though.
I wouldn't. That eraser is my family treasure now.
How about it? If it's not okay, I'll accept it and let it go.
No, you're absolutely welcome. Please do come. I'm sure Kisaki wouldn't say no. Voices rose one after another, saying they wanted to join in.
Then I'll take care of organizing it again, okay? I'll coordinate with Shimaken-kun to finalize the details. Thank you. I'm sure Mom would be so happy.
This year's visit to the grave is going to be lively. Being urged by Himeno, I had joined this reunion, and it truly turned out to be worthwhile. Kisaki-chan, are you watching? Look at all these friends you wished for. They're all here for you now. It's been nearly 10 years since the lively cemetery visit with everyone from the reunion. It truly feels like it passed in the blink of an eye. Today, Himeno is getting married and leaving to live with her new husband. I thought I'd feel lonelier, but strangely, my feelings are calm. I mutter to myself before taking a deep breath. As her father, my last job before she leaves for marriage awaits me.
You're nervous, aren't you?
Koshikawa, when did you come in?
I'm not. I thought you might be nervous, so...
Koshikawa is here at the wedding because Himeno invited classmates like me and Kisaki-chan from her side of the family. It seems she wanted to deliver a wedding ceremony blessed by all her friends through me.
Not to ease the tension, but have you heard what happened to Fujimaki?
No, I think we lost contact.
I heard he was arrested for stealing underwear. Well, apparently he reached a settlement with the victim, so he wasn't prosecuted, but his wife filed for divorce. Naturally, he got kicked out of the big hospital, and now he's broke, trying to pay off settlement and alimony. He's even gone missing. I don't know if it started as a habit in high school, or if it was always like that.
That's, how should I say it, a terrible story.
How about that? Isn't it bad enough to loosen up your tension? Now it's almost your turn. Go on.
I take Himeno's hand and step slowly onto the virgin road. As I look around, many people are there celebrating. Even Miura is crying more than anyone else.
Thank you, Dad. You've taken care of me for so long.
Yeah, be happy for Mom too. At that moment, I thought I heard her whisper in my ear.
Thank you, Nozomu-kun. You fulfilled our promise and made everything come true. Haven't you?
Even if it's after passing, as long as there are those who inherit it, those feelings can still be conveyed. The feelings Kisaki-chan passed on to Himeno moved the hearts of many of our classmates. Kisaki-chan, you and I, we have so many people who wish us well. A single tear quietly fell down my cheek. I walked down the virgin road and handed Himeno's hand to her new husband. Then, I gently pushed Himeno's back with all my love, wishing for all the memories and happiness ahead.
The client this time had really strong preferences. Yeah, we've got to step up our game too. I'm Issei Tsuzaki, 30 years old. I work as a designer at a housing construction company called Oroka House. He's Kanata Maruyama, my colleague in sales. He comes from a wealthy family and was raised in a good environment. Since we joined the company, we've gotten along pretty well. But there's one thing that concerns me. That is...
Welcome back, Tsuzaki-san. Maruyama-san.
This woman, Megumi Oikawa, recently transferred to her design department. I'm not a fan of her deliberate attempts to act cute, but Maruyama seems completely hooked. Isn't she adorable? Megu. Huh, I really think you should reconsider. But Maruyama didn't listen to a word I said, and just kept falling deeper for her. I often see Oikawa getting all the attention from the male employees. Rumor has it she goes out to dinner with different guys and gets expensive gifts from them.
Wow, sushi tonight. I'd love to go. So excited.
Huh? Are you working late again, Higashiyama? This is Akane Higashiyama, an assistant in the design department.
Oikawa-san said she wasn't feeling well, so I'm covering for her.
Not feeling well? I just saw her happily heading out for dinner. She gave me an awkward smile and went back to her work without answering my suspicions.
I really wasn't feeling well yesterday, but I started to feel better when I was about to head home.
The next day, when I asked Oikawa about it, she started crying and shaking as she spoke. If you weren't well, you should have either finished the work yourself or taken the day off. Why'd you go out for dinner? Come on, Tsuzaki! Let it go already! She was just trying to fit in at work!
Maruyama-san, it's okay. I shouldn't have done something that would cause a misunderstanding.
She ran out of the office after saying that. A few weeks later, Maruyama told me he had started dating Oikawa. I'll tell you straight, she's not good for you. I warned him about how she flirts with men and pushes her work onto others, but... Why are you talking so badly about her? Maruyama didn't believe me at all and just got mad. 2 weeks later, disaster struck. Oikawa messed up an order, and the construction site contacted us about missing materials.
Oikawa, how did this happen?
I thought I double-checked everything.
Tsuzaki, what's going on with the order checking system?
We have a policy where 2 people always check orders. This time too, I told her we should check together, but she said she had already checked with another employee.
Manager, Tsuzaki-san is lying. I asked him to check and he ignored me. So I had no choice but to do it alone. And he's always been bullying me when no one else is around.
From there, it was Oikawa's show. She fabricated stories about me harassing her and sabotaging her work. That's a complete lie! Oikawa-san, stop this nonsense!
No, you stop, Tsuzaki. Bullying a young woman like that.
You're the worst. You've been bad-mouthing her all along. I'm disgusted with you.
This is ridiculous.
I won't let that pathological liar ruin me. But despite my determination, I eventually became isolated at work. I, feeling like something snapped inside me, resigned from Oroka House 1 month later.
Tsuzaki-san, I heard you managed to resign instead of getting fired.
Well, they couldn't fire me for cause. I'm innocent.
You're just a boring man. It's your fault for trying to tear me and Kanata apart. A rich guy like him doesn't need a meddlesome friend like you. Bye-bye, pesky little bug.
After quitting, I found a new job as a designer at another construction company. I was worried that the same thing might happen again at my new workplace. But the people here were all warm and welcoming, and my guarded heart gradually softened.
Tsuzaki-san, I finished compiling the necessary documents.
Especially her, Natsumi Fujikawa, always bright and positive. She lifts the mood of everyone around her. Her attention to detail and the support she provides are invaluable. I'm really grateful for her.
Tsuzaki-kun, the client complimented you on how attentively you listen to their needs. And you always give clear, precise instructions. We're lucky to have you after you left Oroka House.
Thank you. I'm also very grateful to everyone here for supporting me. I heard Higashiyama-san left Oroka House soon after I did. Talking with Fujikawa reminded me of my former colleague, the design assistant. It's a small industry, so maybe we'll meet again somewhere. An exterior exhibition, you say?
Yes, it's being held next week, and I'd love for you to attend, Tsuzaki-kun.
A few months into my job, my manager made the suggestion. By the way, exterior refers to outdoor structures like gates, decks, and terraces.
It's important to familiarize yourself with various designers for your work, don't you think?
You're right. I'll be happy to go. The following week, I visited the exterior exhibition. As I walked around, taking pictures, I noticed a phone lying on the floor. I'd better take this to the information desk. As I arrived at the information desk, a man rushed in, looking frantic. Excuse me, has anyone turned in a phone here? Could this be yours? Takachi grabs my hands and shakes them vigorously in thanks. That's my phone! Did you bring it here for me? Thank you so much! His name was Ryo Takachi, and he told me he worked in sales at an exterior company called X Forest. X Forest? Wasn't that a client of my previous company? Though I never worked directly with them. So, Tsuzaki-san, you're a designer? Wait, isn't your company where my girlfriend's sister works? What? It turns out Takachi's girlfriend is the older sister of Fujikawa. What a small world. This must be fate. If you don't mind, how about I show you around the exhibition? If it's no trouble, I would appreciate it. I started wondering if his cheerful energy was part of a sales tactic. Despite my doubts, I found myself following Takachi around the venue. In the end, not only did he explain X-Force products, but he also helped out at other booths. His sincerity won me over, and I felt guilty for ever doubting him. I started to like the guy. After the exhibition, Takachi invited me to his favorite yakitori restaurant. We hit it off so well that our conversations flowed effortlessly, and we soon dropped formalities. Man, I never thought I would make such a good friend at this age. I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm glad we met today at the exhibition. From that point on, we exchanged contact info and started meeting up regularly. Meanwhile, back at Oroka House.
Oikawa, how did this mistake happen?
Well, I was following instructions from my supervisor. Manager, I never gave her those instructions.
Once again, you're blaming your junior for your own mistakes? Are you jealous of her cuteness?
The manager's been under my thumb since that pesky bug left. No point arguing with him. Men are so easy to manipulate if you use a sweet voice. The world's such a breeze.
With Oikawa doing whatever she pleased, the competent employees began quitting, and the company's performance worsened. A few months after meeting Ryo Takachi, not only did our friendship deepen on a personal level, but we also started working together more often. X-Forest and our company formed a business partnership, and discussing exterior designs with Takachi significantly expanded my work. By the way, I heard Takachi and Sanae-san finally got engaged. Congrats!
Thanks. My sister and Ryo are all lovey-dovey, and honestly, it's a little embarrassing.
Sanae is Fujikawa's older sister, who works as a design professional. When I met her, I thought her calm, warm personality really suited Takachi. Are you going to feel lonely once your sister leaves home? I've heard the Fujikawa sisters lost their parents in an accident 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't feel lonely. Ever since our parents died, we've relied on each other for everything. I wonder if I'll be able to stand on my own once she's gone. But don't tell anyone, okay? It's kind of embarrassing.
She forced a smile, and I found myself speaking up. I've always felt supported by your bright and cheerful energy since I joined this company, Natsumi-san. I came here with some baggage from my last job and wasn't sure if I could adjust. But thanks to you and everyone else, that fear went away. So let me return the favor. I want you to know you're not alone.
Thank you, Tsuzaki-san. I guess I'll let myself rely on you a little then.
She smiled bashfully, but it was a genuine smile this time, and I let out a quiet sigh of relief.
Hey, Tsuzaki-san, can you call me by my first name too?
Huh?
It's not fair that only my sister gets to be called Sanai-san.
Oh, is that so? Well, Natsumi-san. A few months later, I received Takachi's wedding invitation. Without hesitation, I marked down my attendance. Seeing the wedding date, I realized it had almost been a year since I left Oroka House. Then, I got a call from Takachi. Hello? What's up, Takachi? Did you get the invitation yet? After the reception, we are planning a little event and... As I listened to Takachi's excited voice, my eyes widened in surprise. On the wedding day, Takachi and Sanae's ceremony was held at a high-end hotel chapel. After the ceremony, we were moving to the reception hall when a grating voice echoed.
Oh, still alive, are we? What are you doing here, you pesky little bug?
I looked in the direction of the voice and saw Megumi Oikawa from Oroka House standing there. I wasn't surprised. Takachi had already warned me she would be attending. But the event wasn't supposed to happen until after the reception. Just as I was about to quietly walk away... Megu, what's wrong? As soon as Maruyama saw me, his face twisted in anger. Tsuzaki? Why are you here?
Kanata-san! I think he's here to get revenge on me. I'm so scared.
It's almost pathetic how Maruyama still believes every ridiculous word she says.
Tsuzaki-san, what's going on?
Actually... You're part of the bride's family, aren't you? We need to get this man out of here. Call the staff! Honestly, when the staff told me there was trouble between guests, I had to come over myself. Maruyama-san, why are you trying to kick out one of my closest friends? Close friend? Wait, what? Yes, Tsuzaki Issei here is one of my best friends and a guest at today's wedding. What? Takachi-san, you don't know what kind of man this is. We're getting nowhere like this. We were going to do this after the reception, but let's take this to the back. Takachi led us to a waiting room reserved for the reception. Sanae was already there, and Takachi whispered the situation to her. Maruyama and Oikawa, confused at first, quickly changed their expressions when the next guests arrived.
What? The manager? And Akane? Yes, this is Akane Higashiyama, a guest of mine. She's a colleague at my current workplace.
After leaving Oroka House, Higashiyama had joined the same architectural firm where Sanae worked. I thought the world was small when I met Takachi, but this was further proof of it. And this gentleman here is also a guest of the Takachi family. Since we've had a long-standing business relationship with Oroka House, I invited key employees from your company.
Wait a second. I know X-Forest is one of our clients, but why is the manager here?
Come on, Megumi! I've explained this several times on the way here!
You know Takachi-san works at X-Forest, right? But why would the manager be invited to a wedding for just an employee? Well, we were invited as the Maruyama family, weren't we? I heard our fathers are close friends.
You fool! He's not just any employee. He's Ryo Takachi, the son of X-Force CEO and the next president.
What?
Realizing the gravity of the situation, even the male manager, who usually favored Oikawa, raised his voice. Now, to get straight to the point, since we're short on time before the reception, after conducting a thorough investigation into Oroka House, our company has decided we cannot continue our partnership. We'll send the official notice later.
What?
This is the event Takachi had mentioned, the confrontation. I heard about what happened at Oroka House from Natsumi-chan. It was a few months ago when Takachi called me, asking if I wanted to help teach Oroka House a lesson. Apparently, Natsumi had shared what I had told her with him and Sanae, and Takachi began looking into the matter through his business connections. So, I thought I'd give them a little wake-up call. Wanna join in? I'm sure you've got things you want to say too, right? That was how I learned about Takachi's plan to gather Oikawa, Maruyama, and the manager at his wedding. It was also when I found out about Akane's involvement and how she wanted to participate in this event. As for Oikawa, once she learned she had a seat as Maruyama's guest, she eagerly agreed to attend.
But why?
I think Akane-san can explain that. Akane stares directly at the male manager and begins to speak.
Oikawa despised Tsuzaki-san from the start, simply because he wouldn't fall for her charms. That day, Tsuzaki-san was at a client meeting, and they were supposed to double-check the order when he returned. But Oikawa went ahead and...
She processed everything on her own out of spite, leading to that order mistake. Despite Akane's warnings, Oikawa ignored her, which ultimately caused a mistake in the order.
I told you several times that Tsuzaki-san was innocent, but you never listened. All you did was accuse me of being jealous of Oikawa's cuteness.
That's not true. I conducted a thorough investigation.
Yeah! This is all a lie! It's not a lie. Here's the proof.
Akane took out a voice recorder from her bag. Apparently, after Oikawa started harassing her following my departure, she began recording things just in case.
You're ruining my chance to get rid of Tsuzaki, you idiot! Why'd you go and mess it all up? Anyway, it doesn't matter what you say to the manager. That creepy old man's so obsessed with me, he barely investigates anything. You still want to keep working here, don't you? Then shut up, you ugly cow!
From the recorder came Oikawa's crude voice, revealing the truth behind her actions. Akane had recorded Oikawa's verbal abuse, but felt it would be covered up, so she left the company. Now, that evidence was being put to use.
We cannot continue doing business with a company where an employee like Oikawa can act so selfishly. That's her final decision.
You've got to be kidding me, you little...
Just as Oikawa tried to grab Akane,
What's this about, Oikawa? You said I was handsome and charming.
Megumi froze in place, as if paralyzed by the manager's words.
You told me Maruyama was just a financial convenience, and I was the one you really loved. As your lover, I believed everything you said.
Huh? Megu, what's going on? Explain yourself!
Well, that's...
Maruyama and the manager pressed her for an explanation. Realizing the situation had turned against her, Megumi finally dropped her act.
Oh, please! You two are worthless without your authority and money. Did you really think I was serious? There's no way I'd fall for either of you. You should be grateful I even bothered to spend my precious time on you. Instead of blaming me, you should be thanking me.
I agree that these two aren't much, but you know better, Oikawa. You've wasted your time trying to manipulate people instead of actually achieving anything. The world doesn't revolve around people like you, who rely on others to get by.
What are you?
Unable to respond, Oikawa quickly left the room in a huff. Tsuzaki, I'm sorry.
We were fooled by that woman. We were shallow. We apologize. Could you put in a good word with Takachi for us?
What would be the point of that apology? Whether it's for business or your conscience, I don't care. But stop this pathetic display. Tsuzaki-san has been working at our company for nearly a year now, and I can vouch for his integrity. He worked at your company for much longer, yet you couldn't see through Oikawa's lies. Even if you were fooled, you still treated him terribly. Do you really think a simple apology will fix that?
She's right. I won't be putting in any favors with X-Forest. If you really feel sorry, don't ever show your faces in front of me again. I'm not strong enough to forgive the trauma you caused me so easily. Unable to respond, Maruyama and the manager left the room with their heads hung low. Thank you, everyone. I feel like a weight has finally been lifted.
Well, consider it a little gift of happiness then.
It's time.
The female staff called for the bride and groom, and we all headed back to the reception. It was a grand and joyful affair. Afterward, Oikawa was disciplined and eventually laid off due to the company's worsening performance. It seemed she continued to manipulate various men, but...
There's no way I can pay this much.
She had engaged in affairs with several married men and ended up being sued for hefty damages. She tried asking other men for help, but they all refused her. Labeled as a troublemaker, she was left to fend for herself, working desperately to make ends meet. At Oroka House, the manager was forced to resign for repeatedly protecting Oikawa and failing to oversee his team. Mariyama worked hard, but with X-Force pulling out, the company's reputation plummeted, making recovery nearly impossible. Rumor has it Mariyama's family heard about Oikawa's behavior, leaving him feel ashamed at home as well. He probably regrets ever falling for her schemes. As for me, my relationship with Natsumi was growing steadily, and soon, "Natsumi-san, you've saved me so many times. At work, at the wedding when you stood up for me. I want to be with you, supporting each other. Will you go out with me?"
I've liked you for a long time too. Let's keep taking care of each other.
Having someone who believes in you and stands by your side, it gives you strength and courage to protect what matters the most. I vow to never forget the gratitude I felt for this love, and to always live with sincerity from now on. Mizusawa, good morning! Good morning.
Hey, Mizusawa-kun, listen to this.
My name is Mizusawa Tsumugi. I don't mean to brag, but I'm always surrounded by people. People around me say that I have a lot of friends and I'm very popular. But the tall guy from the soccer team in the next class, people have been talking about how he's been getting cocky lately.
A friend of mine was saying that even though he's not very good, he gives advice like he's some big shot, and it's really annoying. Do you know him, Mizusawa-kun?
I don't know, sorry, but can we talk about something else?
Sorry. Mizusawa-kun is really kind to everyone. By the way...
Everyone has a strong sense of group identity and is exclusive. I felt that discomfort strongly as a high school student. It's exhausting to purposely make enemies and try to isolate them, or make them my enemy.
Hey, we need 4 people for today's group work. What should we do about the last person? Ogino-san, maybe? Then you talk to her. I'm not good with her for some reason.
Ogino, would you join my group?
Huh?
My classmate, Kaede Ogino, looked at me in surprise. Her face seemed a bit red. Maybe it was just my imagination. Ogino, you're the top student in the class, right? Listening to your presentations is educational, and I want to hear your opinion. You also take meticulous notes. I really respect those detailed aspects of you.
Oh, sure. Then please.
Huh? Why would you go out of your way to pick that plain girl?
Mizusawa-kun, you're perfect in both academic and sports, and you look great and have a perfect personality too. I'm so jealous. I wish I could be invited smoothly like Ogino-san.
In this way, I was trusted by both students and teachers, and before I knew it, I was categorized as one of the popular kids. Is friendship really this superficial? What is true friendship?
Mizusawa-kun?
Sorry. About the task division. And so, I steadily improved my grades, got into a good university, and was further celebrated at my high school reunions. However, after becoming a working adult, due to work and other reasons, I became distant from everyone from high school. More than anything, I just didn't feel like it. And then, I started working as a new graduate, where I also performed reasonably well. For some reason, I became friends with an unreliable senior. I tried to fit in at the company by reading the atmosphere. Reading it.
Mizusawa, are you saying you have complaints about my guidance?
Don't mess around. What you're doing is fundamentally wrong.
I am superior. You should listen to me without question, you greenhorn.
It's been about a year and a half since I started working as a new graduate. I opposed a senior who went too far in educating me, and I felt disappointed by the upper management who protected them. I tasted failure for the first time. Tsumugi? I was sleeping in the passenger seat of the car. Rain hitting the glass and the movement of the wipers came into my field of vision. I seem to have had a long dream. Sorry for leaving you to drive, Hina. The person in the driver's seat is Hinata Haruna. He's the person I'm closest to now, and we have a relationship like a business partner. You're going to your high school reunion for the first time in a while today, right? Is it because a girl you like is coming? There's a high-performance camera used by professionals here. Shall we take a picture? Shall we? Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up! You have work at another venue, don't you? Just leave me alone. Phew, stingy. Shut up, you 27-year-old child! Yes, today is the reunion to celebrate the anniversary of my high school's founding. It's the first time I'm meeting everyone since I became a working adult. I wasn't really enthusiastic about it, but Himokawa invited me, and I heard that she would be participating too, so...
Ah! He's here! You're Mizusawa-kun, right?
The first people I met at the venue were my classmates, Kawaba Rika and Himokawa Shu, who are now 26. It's unusual for Mizukawa to be late. How have you been? Yeah, well, I've been busy with a lot of things. We were just talking about social media. Sawamizu's article is trending and travel is trending. I'm so jealous of people with money, you know?
Hey, speaking of SNS, did you hear? That girl who was bragging about her husband on Instagram. I heard she got divorced.
I know! She's coming today. I wonder if she's okay. Or is she planning to find a lover today? Mizusawa, be careful! Before they could even enjoy their reunion, the two of them started giggling. I immediately left, uncomfortable. My company is the same as ever. A junior who recently joined is so cheeky and doesn't respect his seniors at all.
I have a problematic person among my peers too. We were all talking about how annoying it is. How about you, Mizusawa-kun? It's Mizusawa-kun. I missed you so much. How have you been? I heard you got a job at a major company. It's really boring without you, Mizusawa-kun. Hey, where are you living now?
My former classmates, hearing of my arrival, rushed over. I flinched from the pressure, but I spoke up. I left a major company, and I'm now working as a freelance writer. So I moved out of my apartment. I'm living in my car.
Huh? So, you don't have a home, and you're not even a full-time employee?
The atmosphere around me suddenly turns cold when Kawaba says this. I can't help but shiver at the difference in temperature. That's right, but... When I answered in the affirmative, the people surrounding me started to distance themselves. What? He's practically unemployed and homeless?
What a waste considering he's highly educated. Wait! Maybe he's fallen off the elite path.
I'm not unemployed or anything. I have my own goals. That's just the excuse of a social misfit. Ah, I see. Did Mizusawa have a hard time after joining the workforce?
Maybe he was influenced by a famous person on social media. Oh dear.
Up until now, I've often seen them laughing at others, but when it's actually directed at me, it hurts. After that, people started to leave me, which was amusing. At most, they would look at me from a distance and smile mockingly. I guess this is how it goes with a superficial relationship. I'll go home after a little while. What should I say to Hina, who saw me off with sparkling eyes? While I was thinking about this, a woman approached me.
Mizusawa-kun, are you eating? The food here is delicious.
Oh, thank you. You...
Do you remember? I'm Ogino Kaide.
Huh? Ogino? Long time no see. Sorry, I didn't recognize you.
It's okay. They say everyone has changed. Were you surprised, I wonder?
Yes, you've become so beautiful. I never thought I would actually get to meet her. I'm glad I came here just for that, and I pumped my fist in my heart.
So, I'm sorry. I heard what you said earlier. It's the rainy season now, and it's been getting heavy rain lately, so it's been tough, right? So, if you don't have anywhere to live, would you like to come to my house? I'm just a sales clerk and my income is modest, but I'll support you until you get back on your feet, Mizusawa-kun.
Isn't that basically a proposal? No, wait, hold on a second. You're misunderstanding a lot of things. I'm a travel writer now, traveling all around the country with my best friend, who's a photographer. I rarely go home, so I decided to give up my place, not because of money issues, but because I don't need it anymore.
Oh, so...
I do have a steady income, and when the weather is bad, we stay at hotels to take shelter, so it's fine. With that, Ogino's face turned increasingly red, and her shoulders started to tremble.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood and was so rude. I'll commit seppuku to apologize.
Don't be hasty. I'm happy that you were worried about me. Really. I truly It took a few more minutes for Ogino, who was trying to commit seppuku with a cake server, to calm down.
I'm really sorry. I just believed what I heard and misunderstood.
It's fine. I know my situation is unusual. But even though I live in the car, it's a wagon-type camper, and it's pretty well equipped.
Is that so? By the way, is your best friend a man?
Yeah, he was a senior at the company, but now, there's no hierarchy between us. With each conversation, Ogino looked embarrassed by her misunderstandings. That expression was a bit cute. Ogino is the only one who worries about me without changing her attitude. She really is a kind person. Well, there's something I've been wanting to tell you if I could meet you.
To me?
At the graduation ceremony, Sorry, I've got a call coming in. Damn, what bad timing. Who is this? Oh, it was from Hina. Huh? Lost?
The best friend you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, apparently he had a request in this hotel. He got lost when he was trying to come over after it was over. I also felt uncomfortable at the venue, so I decided to go and pick him up to refresh myself. I thought I'd never see you again. That's something a lost child would say. Are you a 27-year-old kid? Hina is extremely shy and has a hard time talking to people even at work. But he doesn't seem nervous behind a lens, and since he also loves photography, he became a photographer.
Oh, nice to meet you. I came with you because I wanted to get some fresh air.
Nice to meet you. You're the person Tsumugi wanted to meet? Ouch! Don't say such silly things. Why not? I was going to take a commemorative photo of you. The usual atmosphere made me unintentionally smile. Maybe I was really upset at the venue. Hey, I thought you were gone, but now you're feeling uncomfortable and going home? Just as things were starting to get friendly, Himokawa and Kawaba came in, laughing mockingly.
Ogino-san, you should stop with this guy. There are others who want to talk to you. Let's go back to the venue, okay? I came here today because I wanted to talk to Mizusawa-kun. Please leave me alone. Are you going to give money to a homeless man? A 26-year-old, adventures are tough, you know?
Then, with a frustrated expression on his face, Hina stepped forward. I am someone who works with him. Huh? Oh, I see. Himokawa accepted the business card that was handed to him. When he saw the name on it, his mouth fell open in surprise. What? The photographer?
Hina-san, you've been a hot topic on social media lately.
What? You've even been featured on TV recently? The traveling duo who doesn't show their faces?
Yes, that's us, Tsumugi and I. Tsumugi works as a travel writer under the name Mugi Sawamisu. After we left our companies, we made a living by traveling, taking photos and writing articles. Last year, our photos and writings went viral, and now we earn several times what we did when we were working. Hey Hina, you've been hiding it because you didn't want to stand out, right? In a place like this. I don't care. I don't want Tsumugi to be insulted by people like this who look down on others and feel superior. Tsumugi has now published several books and is being asked to write for print and TV scripts. I can't believe he's that famous. I never thought he would be that successful. So, you thought there were people you could look down on and look down on them, and try to use them as an outlet for your stress?
What? You're talking as if we're the bad ones here.
It's bad, isn't it? You're all just looking for someone to take your frustrations out on, aren't you? That's why you can be so aggressive towards people who seem to be in a weaker position. Hina says it bluntly. It's because we have enough experience to be able to say it so decisively.
If you have any complaints, say something. Is that mouth just for show, huh?
I'm sorry. It's my responsibility. We worked at a major advertising agency. The long hours and fierce competition with rival companies created a tense atmosphere. In such a hostile environment, our irritated boss would often take out his frustrations on the shy Hina.
Don't mess around. Hina-senpai did nothing wrong.
Others must have seen what the superior did. Isn't that right, everyone? However, no one sided with us. Instead, they gave us looks that seemed to say it was our fault. When we consulted the department manager, he simply said, "The supervisor is competent, and we would be in trouble if he left, so please endure it." We learned something. To manage a group with many grievances, you need to provide an outlet for their stress. So they create someone it's okay to take frustrations out on, even in high school. Of course, I know not all environments are like this, but by this time, I was already exhausted. Senpai, I'm quitting now. Mizusawa-kun, I'm really sorry because of me. I wish I could have just endured this on my own. You're not to be blamed. It's them who are to be blamed. I'll go crazy if I stay in a place like this. Hey, Mizusawa-kun, I've been thinking about this for a while, you know? There's something I would like to try with you. Huh? And then, Hina, my senior at work, and I, retired, spent our savings to buy a car, and impulsively set off on a journey.
I understand that feeling. In my workplace, if you don't read the atmosphere and fit in well, you'll end up isolated. Even if you do fit in, sometimes you get turned into the butt of jokes and people take out their frustrations on you. That's why I remember how happy I was when you reached out to me back in high school, Mizusawa-kun.
Ogino smiled gently at me. Seeing her expression, I felt reassured that I hadn't been wrong. I actually didn't know what friendship really meant back in high school. Honestly, I felt a sense of discomfort back then. I thought everyone stayed around me just to avoid being left out themselves. Do you need any other reason? Himokawa glared at me with angry eyes. My intuition told me that his look of disgust meant he has always disliked me. What are you saying that's so obvious now? Yeah, we stayed by your side because it was safe. You were popular and trusted. At home, my parents were annoying, and the club was full of irritating people. But just being your friend made me stand out. That's what you call a survival strategy.
That's right. We have to do that to protect ourselves. Everyone's making efforts to get along well in groups. Everyone's doing their best. If someone ends up isolated for not reading the room, it's their own fault.
I see. In the end, both Himokawa and Kawaba became friends with me to protect themselves and look down on others. To them, friendship with me was just a dependency for self-preservation, and if I couldn't be useful, they would discard me. It finally made sense to me.
Don't mess around. Stop messing around.
While I had come to a realization on my own, Ogino expressed her anger and stepped forward.
In the end, you're just using Mizusawa-kun's good intentions to justify looking down on people. First of all, talking about how hard you're trying or how much you're struggling. To be honest, it's none of our business and we don't care.
Tch. I agree. For example, is it okay to hurt someone just because someone has hurt you? Is it really fun to do such calculating things over and over again?
It's not that it's fun. It's something that's necessary to get through life well.
That's really irrelevant. When I answered dismissively, Kawaba and Himokawa both fell silent. Let's go home. There's no point in staying any longer. Well then. Turning away from the two who looked guilty for not answering, I turned my back on the two and left the venue with Hina and Ogino. Jeez, always acting like the perfect student. Things always go your way. It's easy to say that when everything goes well. You've always been such a hypocrite. You really annoyed me from the bottom of my heart.
Himokawa, did you really hate Mizusawa-kun that much?
Shut up! To begin with, I never thought of those guys in high school as friends.
Are those words just now true?
Himokawa and the others turned around abruptly, finding their classmates there. They had come to look for Himokawa and the others who hadn't returned.
You always acted friendly with us, but in your heart you were mocking us. And Kawaba-san, you were always with Himokawa, looking down on us together, right? No, that's not...
However, the stares surrounding them already treated the two as outsiders. It was a situation from which there was no turning back. After that, feeling out of place, Himokawa and Kawaba ran away and never attended the reunion again. But still, they had no intention of reforming and continued to live their lives as usual. What? Fired? Himokawa was found to have been excessively harassing his juniors. Combined with his negligence at work, he was eventually fired.
I will resign.
Kawaba was treated poorly within the company for forcing a colleague to take a leave of absence, and could not bear it any longer, so she quit the company of her own accord. They used and hurt others to protect themselves, and it ended up hurting them in the end. All the struggles I went through, I wonder if it doesn't matter to others.
If you don't believe you're right, you can't keep going. But
If only I had accepted what Mizusawa said sincerely.
if I had just apologized sincerely, maybe my life would have been a little different.
By the way, I heard that the supervisor who used to harass Hina in the past also got fired for similar reasons as Himokawa and the others. Several months later, today is the day Hina decided to depart for overseas as his new base of activities. It's sad, but I don't want to get in the way of Tsumugi and Ogino-san's romance, you know? Ogino and I blushed involuntarily. Since that day, we started meeting each other and eventually began dating.
Actually, I've liked Mizusawa-kun since high school, but I didn't have the courage to confess.
What? I liked you when I was in high school too, but during the graduation ceremony, you ran away in the middle of our conversation.
Huh? At that time, I asked for the second button because I wanted it, but suddenly I got embarrassed, so...
Is that so? I actually panicked, thinking I got rejected. But when we talked it over, it turns out we've liked each other since high school. But our timing never quite lined up, so we couldn't even meet at the alumni reunion. And that's how we ended up dragging it out. Tsumugi has been helping me since I started working. I haven't been able to reply him at all. That's not true. Since I went freelance, I've been relying on you, and my current life is thanks to Hina. I felt like I finally found a true best friend when I met Hina, so thank you. As I responded bashfully, Hina smiled happily, with his mouth wide open. It's almost time for the flight. Well then, take care both of you. See you again someday. Hina waved energetically. His bright expression was something I couldn't have imagined during our time as office workers.
It makes me feel a bit lonely.
Yeah, but our hearts are connected, so it will be okay, because we're friends. What is true friendship? If I were to answer that question I had in high school, it would be this. True friendship is about sharing the good times and the bad, and helping each other out when we're in trouble. If you can meet people you can trust from the bottom of your heart, your life will become brighter.
My name is Yusuke Ikita. I'm in middle school, and I live with my mom who works at a hostess club. Mom, I'm going to school now. I made food and put it in the fridge.
Whoa, it's already this time? Sorry, Yusuke. Thank you. See you.
My dad passed away in an accident before I entered elementary school. When I was little, I stayed at the childcare center in my mom's workplace, but now I was in middle school. Since I started middle school, I stayed at home by myself and did housework for my mom who was always tired from work. My mom couldn't interact with her customers outside of work because she had to take care of me, so she was a low-rank hostess. Still, she didn't want me to struggle, so she worked multiple jobs. I heard it from my mom. Your mom is a hostess? She must really like men, haha. So what if she's a hostess? It's not like she likes the men. She's working hard for me. She never comes to the Parents' Day, and when she does, she wears so much makeup to look young. She's probably seducing the teachers to get work, haha. My mom was young compared to the other moms, and had a flashy look, so she was always the topic of gossip. Especially this guy, Kagiri Uzai. He always made fun of my mom since we were in elementary school. Even in middle school, the rumor that my mom was a hostess at a club spread throughout the school immediately. I told you to stop that. Just stop. Whoa, you're a mama's boy. Should I ask my dad to find your mom at work? My dad has money. I'm sure he'll help you poor people. I studied hard and went to a preparatory school to get back at Uzai and the others. I didn't want to burden my mom, so I didn't go to any cram schools. I didn't think I'd get in, to be honest.
Yusuke-kun, you got into this high school without going to a cram school. That's amazing.
The middle school girls would say these things to me, and I was excited, but... in a terrible turn of events, Uzai got into the same high school. It's weird that someone like you could get into a school like this. Oh, wait. Uzai grinned. As he grew up, that smile turned more and more malicious. I bet you asked your hostess mommy to seduce someone to get in, haha. Something snapped inside of me. People around me screamed. Before I knew it, I had grabbed Uzai and punched him in the face. I had always fought back, and Uzai never stopped, but today, I couldn't hold it in. What do you know about my mom? Shut up! Oof, haha, why are you taking it seriously? You're done for, haha. You injured me. You're gonna get expelled. Thanks for falling into my trap. You're annoying. Oh, he was trying to get a rise out of me. I realized then, but it was too late. I can't stay silent while people insult my mom, though.
He's getting expelled after just one fight?
I'm sorry, but it's been decided.
In the end, I was expelled. I explained what had happened, but it was no use. My mom tried to fight it, but it was never overturned. Mom, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It was that kid, so you probably got mad because he said something about me. I'm sorry, Yusuke. I'm on your side.
After that, I worked hard and desperately. I'm sorry, I worked overtime this month, so will I get paid?
Huh? I'm employing a middle school grad, so this pay is enough. If you're gonna complain, quit.
A middle school graduate like me couldn't find work. Even when I did, I was treated unfairly because I was a middle school grad. Right now, everyone is studying with their friends at school. I felt inferior. I was tired of being treated poorly at work. I was struggling mentally. One day, something terrible happened. Wait, it's Yusuke the dropout. What are you doing after quitting high school? Maybe a host after your mother? I ran into Uzai on the way home from my part-time job. I had such bad luck. Don't talk to me. Haha, don't be salty. I heard you and your mom tried to fight the explanation. Your mom probably has no say in this society. At this rate, you won't be able to live a proper life either. Your future is bleak. I feel bad. Well, good luck. Azai said whatever he wanted to say and snorted. If that hadn't happened... But I had done this to myself. I just held it in and worked. My mom always looked worried about me.
You don't have to work, you know. Next year, get into a different high school.
Now, my mom was a top hostess that would be interviewed by magazines. She suggested I try school again. My mom focused on her hostess work since she didn't have to take care of me. She did it. It's okay, Mom. Don't worry. Also, if you're doing hostess work for me, you don't have to. My mom thought hard about what I said. Then, with resolve, she looked at me.
Will you work with me? I want to start a company.
A company? That's what you've been planning? What kind of company?
A company for women's suits. I always looked up to career women, and that's why I want to make suits for these women to shine in.
I had heard my mom's dream for the first time. I felt like I could finally repay my mom. I nodded.
I won't treat you poorly because you're a middle school grad, but I won't give you special treatment for being my son.
I didn't expect special treatment anyway. You can use me more than you would anyone else.
You said it. Get ready.
A year after I was expelled, my mom got some advice from a business management consultant and started her company. The few years after starting the company, there was no time to rest. My mom and I sacrificed sleep for work. My mom was known from magazines for her hostess work. Now she accepted interviews as the face of her company and visited clients. She learned about running a company from Hachioji-san, who used to choose my mom as his designated hostess at the club.
Talking to Hachioji-san is educational, but it's discouraging. There's so much to do.
Don't work too hard and get sick. My mom worked hard every day to keep up with Hachioji-san's Spartan methods. Hachioji-san, thank you for everything.
You're Fujiko-san's son, Yusuke. I've heard about you from Fujiko-san. She always looks so happy when she talks about you.
Hey, Hachioji-san, I told you not to tell him.
Fujiko-san, do you remember the stuff that I taught you today?
You're so tough.
That's strange. You asked me for help because I was tough, and you're already crying about it?
The difference between his soft smile and his toughness is crazy.
Yusuke-kun, Fujiko-san always said this to me, that she would have been ruined without you. She decided to start the company to help you.
Huh?
She truly appreciated your existence in her life and felt guilty. That it was her fault that you struggled. So support your mom as much as you can.
Hachioji-san. Okay, thank you. I'll work hard.
Fujiko-san, about what we talked about the other day.
Thank you, Hachioji-san. Did you get anything?
Hachioji-san is a nice man. He's helping with things outside of work, too. Even after quitting the hostess club, my mom kept in touch with people. They were her asset. I vowed even harder to work hard to support my mother after seeing Hachioji-san. I took the high school GED exam and passed. After that, I worked hard to support my mom and turned 23. I got certifications that I felt would help the company and kept learning.
A long way to go until you become a man.
My mom kept pushing me like that. I wanted my mom to approve of me. A few years after the company was started, it grew gradually. My mom and I's lives were finally stabilizing.
Yusuke, since you passed high school, you should think about college.
College? Even if I got in, could I work here and attend at the same time?
What? You're applying for college? Should I help you study?
Aika-san, you're too close. This was Aika Hanamichi, an employee here. She was 2 years older than me and started here right after graduating college. I'm not planning on it now. I want to pay my mom back.
I see. Yeah, you have me, so you don't need to. I don't want you to go to college and have girls all over you.
This was Aika's little sister, Irie. The sisters were brilliant girls that graduated from famous universities. They saw my mom's interviews in college and looked up to her. Irie apparently had a boyfriend who was a childhood friend. I was jealous.
Yusuke, if you get a girlfriend, we'll interrogate her, so bring her here.
Why?
Of course, she's going to be our precious Yusuke's girlfriend, so we have to judge her properly.
These women used to work with my mom at the hostess club. There were married women, women with boyfriends, and women with all kinds of situations. They were all older than me and treated me like a son or younger brother.
Hey, no. I will not allow Yusuke to have a girlfriend.
My mom looked at us warmly.
Oh yeah, the company is doing well. Shall we do something?
Thank you, Fujiko-san. Yusuke, you too. I get to drink with Fujiko-san. I'm so lucky.
Most of the workers here knew and admire my mom from her hostess days. They're all good people, more than anything. I'm happy to see people look up to my mom. With my mom's suggestion, we were at a beer garden to celebrate.
Yusuke, drink more.
I'm good. Mom, don't drink too much. I'll bring water.
Yusuke is so nice. I love you.
My mom and them were getting a little drunk. I was about to get them some water.
Wait, are you Yusuke the dropout?
I turned toward the familiar nasty voice. It was Azai. Azai, long time no see.
I thought there were a lot of pretty girls at that table. It's your work people.
It's my mom's company, so naturally, it attracted beautiful people.
Whoa, you're still a mama's boy. So that means they're all former hostesses. What a dumb company.
You're still saying that stuff? I'm over it. Take it back.
Huh? What does a college grad like me have to receive orders from a middle school grad? Oh, but I don't want to get punched and injured.
Azai was trying to get a rise out of me, but I would never do that again. I won't fall for your tricks anymore. I have people I need to protect.
Humph, acting tough. Can you protect anyone as a middle school grad?
I wanted to end this and go back to my table. That was when...
Yusuke? Come back already. Who is this, a friend?
Aika-san was worried when I didn't get back. She grabbed my arm. Oh, it's my former classmate. I feel like you drank too much. Let's go back.
Wait, do you know who you are? I'm a college grad and you're a middle school grad.
Is that all you can say? Grow up a little.
Haha, of course you don't want me to say that in front of a girl. You're so annoying. I thought it'd be nice if you get suspended, but you got expelled. Haha. What a sad life, huh? Hate the environment you grew up in, not me.
Azai kept going with his rant. He was gonna play dumb.
Hey, you. Who the hell are you?
Aika glared at Uzai, but Uzai didn't care.
Hey now, miss, don't look so scary. Ditch that mama's boy and drink with me.
Huh? No, I don't want to drink with a man that has no manners. Where you graduated isn't even the issue here. Yusuke is not a mama's boy. He cares about his mom. Don't act like you know anything.
What?
Azai glared resentfully. He looked at me and snorted.
Do you feel good being surrounded by older women? I can tell what kind of woman would want to be around some middle school grad. Listen, I graduated from a top university, miss. If you choose incorrectly, you'll never get married.
That's none of your business. At the very least, I'm relieved I won't marry someone like you. Apologize right now. Yusuke's not someone who would lose to a person like you. Yusuke, Aika, what are you two doing here? Wait, you're the person who dropped out of college because of girl troubles.
What? Ari-san, what do you mean?
What? Stop saying nonsense, I don't know you.
Azai was obviously rattled by the sudden reveal.
Why do you tell such obvious lies? You were arrested for girl troubles and dropped out. You were well known at school.
Shut up! Spewing nonsense to bring someone down is terrible.
I'm shocked to hear that coming from you. Azai choked on his own words. Then...
Uzaika, what are you doing here?
Ma'am.
She must have noticed the commotion. Izai's supervisor rushed to us. Izai was here for company drinks as well.
I'm sorry, did he do anything rude?
No, I'm sorry for the commotion. Actually, he's a former classmate. I didn't know how much to tell her, but Aika spoke without hesitation.
He was making fun of our precious employee for being a middle school grad.
What? Uzai-kun, what is the meaning of this?
No, this girl is just spewing nonsense.
It's not nonsense. You dropped out of college. You're one to talk.
The supervisor's face froze after hearing Irie. Izai was sweating.
Uzai-kun, I heard you graduated from college.
That's nonsense, ma'am. You're gonna trust these people you don't know?
You were insulting people just now. Plenty of reason to be suspicious. If it's true, that's academic fraud. I will report to my company and investigate.
It seems as though Uzai had lied that he graduated to get into this company.
What? Wait, ma'am. These guys are lying.
By these guys, do you mean my precious employees?
Mom! I don't know when she got there. My mom stood there looking furious. She was glaring at Uzai.
You're Uzai-san's son, right? You look a lot like someone from a family photo I saw once.
Apparently, my mom knew Uzai.
Your dad was a bit of a celebrity in the hostess club world.
Haha, of course. My dad is an important figure in a big company.
Not for that. He was famous for being cheap and a pervert. He was banned from our club immediately. He was fired from the company after reports from a female employee, right? From what I'm hearing, you're just like your father.
Huh? How do you know that my dad was fired?
Your dad's company's president is a customer of mine. He's helping me out with my work now. So I had that president investigate a little. I was surprised. Apparently, someone made a deal to expel my son. Someone you know very well. Do you get what I'm saying?
The president in question was Hachioji-san, the person who taught my mom about running a company. My mom had asked Hachioji-san to investigate my expellation.
You asked your dad for help to bring my son down and paid the school, right? Yusuke was relentlessly picked on by you and hit you. Yusuke was wrong for that. You were lightly injured and Yusuke was regretful. He explained himself. Some classmates even came to his defense. But Yusuke was expelled. I thought it was strange.
Izai started shaking. He probably never thought he'd be exposed today.
I'm in the process of suing your dad for money. Help him out, okay? Kagiri Uzai-kun?
No way.
Later, Uzai was dragged to her company by his supervisor and company president.
We sincerely apologize for our employee's conduct.
It was eventually revealed that Uzai had falsified his academic records. He was fired. The principal that had accepted the money had caused problems right after I was expelled. He was arrested and lost his job. No one knows where he is or what he's doing. With help from Hachioji-san, my mom sued the Uzais for compensation. Later, Uzai's father had to take on multiple jobs to pay off the money. Uzai's mother didn't want to be around them and left the house.
Dad, I can't do this anymore.
Uzai didn't have the guts or will to help his dad, so he became a hermit.
He was terrible.
Going back in time, after the party at the beer garden, I had taken Aika back to her house. Irie had gone on a date with her boyfriend, so it was just us. Aika-san, thank you for defending me earlier. You were so angry.
Of course. I've only known you for a few years, but I know you work hard and care about your mom. You took action for your mom. I thought you were so cool for that. You got the life you have now on your own. You didn't crumble after you were expelled.
Aika smiled at me. I felt like I was being recognized and felt a warmth in my chest. It wasn't just me. I'm glad I met you. I feel like my life isn't so bad now.
What?
I like you, Aika-san. I'll get your heart on my own, too. I thought I was at rock bottom. There were days where I could barely stand and wanted to give up. Mom, I caused you a lot of trouble. Thank you for not giving up on me. My mom always supported me. A whole lifetime wouldn't be enough to pay her back.
Oh, what are you saying? You're my child. I'd never give up on you.
Still, I'll repay you.
Your happiness is the best way you could repay me.
My mom told me I could use the money we got from the Uzais. I want to use that money for my mom and for the people that helped me. Just like that, I want to live my life for the people who are close to me.
My name is Misaki Kondo. I'm 27. I run an izakaya, a Japanese-style bar, in Tokyo. Aside from the izakaya business, I also started a food delivery business a few years ago. Thankfully, they're both going well. Misaki-san, table 6 is ready for check. Misaki-san, there's a delivery order. Okay, I got it. Even though it's a weekday, the restaurant is very busy. Thank you for waiting. Here's your order. She looks depressed. I wonder what's wrong. I became concerned about her, as she looked too depressed to be alone in an izakaya. The food is still there. She hasn't even touched it. I'm sorry. Is something wrong with the food? I became so worried that I decided to talk to her. She slowly raised her head and looked at me.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. The dish is from my hometown and I just don't have good memories of it.
That means we're both from the same town. I suddenly found something we have in common. My restaurant's specialty is hard monjayaki, which is very popular in my hometown.
It is delicious.
As she took a bite, she reminded me of an old friend. Do you happen to be Chisa-san? I mean, Chisa Ichise? Long time no see.
Oh my god! Are you Kondo-kun?
Yeah, how have you been? I had no idea you live in Tokyo.
I'm doing good! Yeah, I live here now!
She looked happy for a second, but started to look depressed again. Her name is Chisa Ichise. We were in the same club for 3 years in high school. Back then, my dream was to become an opera singer. So I worked hard and got into a music school in Tokyo. On the other hand, she stayed in her hometown for family reasons. I believe she went to college and studied theater. In high school, we saw each other every day, but once we graduated, we no longer saw each other. So I was excited to see her again after a long time.
You look like you're doing well. How is your singing coming along?
Oh, actually, I don't sing anymore. Rather, I can't.
What?
I hurt my throat 5 years ago, so my dream fell through. Now I run this izakaya.
That's unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it either at first, but now I found a new dream to pursue. Misaki-san, help! We're so busy! Oh, sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry, let's talk again. Is your number still the same?
Nope, I changed it.
Okay, here's mine. Let's go out for dinner sometime. We have a lot to talk about.
Uh-huh, thank you.
I hurried back to work. She looked like she was in trouble, and it's also strange that she's in Tokyo. When I checked my phone after work, there was a missed call from Chisa.
I was surprised to see you today. It had been a long time.
I didn't expect to see you there either.
By the way, is it true that you've stopped singing?
Yeah, that's right.
Can I see you sometime soon? I'd like to speak with you properly.
So I decided to meet Chisa on my next day off.
Kondo-kun! Thanks for waiting. I knew you'd come early, but I still made you wait.
Her face was red, probably because she came running. She looked sorry for making me wait. Oh, she's pretty. When I was a student, I was so focused on club activities that I wasn't interested in anything else. so I never realized how beautiful she was until now. Oh, no worries. I arrived just a moment ago. I looked away from her so that she wouldn't notice I was getting excited. There's a nice Italian restaurant. Let's go there.
Sure, thanks.
Oh, I need to calm down. She just has something to discuss with me. I shouldn't be expecting anything strange.
I miss the good old days. You weren't interested in anything but theater.
That's not true. I was just really into it. We were reminiscing about our high school days. I remembered how we used to go home together after club activities. We used to buy food on our way home as well. Oh, by the way, how come you don't like haramonjayaki anymore? We both used to eat a lot back then. She may not look like it, but she really eats a lot.
I can keep eating.
Sorry. We have no more flour.
What? Okay, Kondo-kun, let's go to another restaurant.
What the? I remember she was well known for her gluttony in my hometown. It certainly was her favorite food, but she said she doesn't like it anymore. Something really serious must have happened. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to talk about it, but...
She's reluctant to say it. It really must be something serious. I'll hear about that next time. We should talk about something fun today. It's been such a long time since we last met. It's better to have fun. Since then, Chisa started to invite me out for food and drinks on a regular basis. It felt as if we were back in our school days, but at the same time, I began to have feelings that I didn't have back then. I had no interest in anything but theater back then, so it was really unexpected. One day, we had lunch together and were leisurely strolling around the park. Oh, by the way, I got tickets for a theater play. Do you want to go see it?
Oh. Of course. But there are premium tickets. How did you get them?
My friend gave them to me.
Wow. How lucky.
The play was over by noon and we went to a cafe to talk about it. We were excited over how good the play was.
That was amazing! I was trying to learn a thing or two from the actor, but there's no way I could do what they did.
Same here. It was unbelievable how good they were.
There's no wonder he's said to be the top tenor singer in Japan.
Yeah, I was genuinely fascinated by his singing.
Yep, same here. But I liked your play too, Kondo-kun.
I was surprised by the sudden compliment I got.
You were so romantic and passionate when you sang about love, but you could also sing with anger. You were so amazing that I couldn't believe we were the same age.
Oh, really? It's kind of embarrassing when you say that to my face.
You really were amazing. I know that better than anyone else.
Oh man, you're really making me blush.
Well, I'm your very first fan. I've watched you more than anyone else.
My heart skipped a beat hearing that. It sounded like she was implying something. You were more amazing though. The teachers and all the other students used to come to her practice just to hear you sing.
That's not true. They wanted to hear you sing, not me.
She was adamant and would not give in. She's the type who never gives in, so I was trying to change the topic.
You know, you really are amazing. Your vocal range is like a pro, and you can subtly change your accents depending on the character you play. Oh, your Phantom of the Opera was wonderful. It still excites me even now when I think back on it. You were so cool. You were able to act so well using classical English. Even pros say it's difficult to do Phantom, but you did it with perfection as a student. It's no exaggeration to say you're a genius.
Okay, just calm down.
Fine. Then let's get married. Let's do it now.
What the hell? Why? There are millions of better guys out there. Chisa always makes jokes about getting married with me. She knows I don't know how to respond to this kind of joke. And she's right. I don't know what to say now. I'm happy to see she's enjoying this, but it's not a very pleasant joke. What? Did you say something?
Nope. You are so thick, seriously.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, I have an idea. Give me your room key as a form of apology. Oh, and the contract for my apartment.
Why? She tickled me and I couldn't help but laugh out loud.
Oh, is this your weak spot? Right here.
Stop it! That tickles! I couldn't stand it anymore. I got up from my seat to escape from her. Oh, I was wondering who was making so much noise. Is that you, Kondo? Huh? He's probably about my age. I think I've met him somewhere before, but I can't remember. And isn't that my fiancé there? I was wondering where you went, leaving your husband behind. I thought he's just crazy, but Chisa's expression became tense. Who are you? Huh? You don't remember? Oh, right. You've always been socially awkward. You couldn't do anything but that lame musical play. The way he laughed reminded me of someone I met in the past. Are you Ikaria? You finally remember me? You really are a hopeless bastard. This guy's Leo Ikaria. His father owns a number of real estate properties. And Leo is notorious in my hometown for throwing his weight around using his father's influence. I thought he would never come out of our hometown because he wouldn't be able to use his father's influence. Why is he here? Come on, let's go home.
No.
You have nothing but that pretty face of yours. You should be thanking me for making you my mistress. What's with that attitude?
I don't know what's going on, but whatever he's saying is not right.
I'll make you my mistress. Stop it. Let go of me. Get lost, you bastard. There's no way I will. You're the one who should get lost. Don't you know who I am? Or are you too stupid to know anything? You just have rich parents and nothing else. You haven't changed at all. Shut up! Don't talk to me that way! Leo became furious. It seems that nothing has changed since he was a student. The waiter rushed over to us, but he didn't stop screaming. What's going on? It seems my son is making a lot of noise. Dad, these guys won't listen to me. Oh, I see. You heard him. Can you let him do what he wants? I let out a sigh while looking at the monster and the father who raised him. I understand that you care about your son, but you should stop him from making others uncomfortable. He's even trying to mess up someone's life right now. I'm sorry. It's my fault that I let my son become like this. So it's my responsibility to let him do whatever he wants. That's not responsibility. That's just spoiling him. That may be so, but it's the only thing I can do. Then Chisa interrupted us.
Because of him, my life was ruined. Why do you think I can marry such a guy?
Huh? She was about to start crying, and she began to talk about why she ended up here in Tokyo. She says Leo started harassing her in high school. He asked her out, and she rejected him. That's when he started harassing her. After I graduated from high school and I left my hometown, the situation got a lot worse. Because of Leo's father, her father got fired from his job, and her mother couldn't get any part-time job either. Chisa quit college and decided to work to support her family, but she also couldn't get a job. The only hope she had was her theater group, but they no longer offered her any roles.
All of that happened because of this guy. Why would anyone be allowed to do that? Is he that special?
I knew he was crazy, but I didn't think he was this bad. I became angrier and angrier, but Leo didn't stop. So what? It's your fault for not listening to me. He really is one hell of a monster. There's no way you're going to get away with that. I'm special. I'm different from you commoners. What is going on here? Then I suddenly remembered that I had forgotten something very important. Oh, Sensei! You never showed up, so I came looking for you. I'm sorry. It's okay. We've met before. Ikaria-san, what's this all about? Oh, Tori-sensei! Well, To my surprise, it seems Leo's father also knows Otori-sensei. This old gentleman is Hajime Otori. He's a professor emeritus at the university I attended and a heavyweight in the music industry. I knew he was influential, but I didn't think even a local real estate tycoon knew him. Sounds like it's just as they say. It looks like we had better reconsider everything. What? It's going to be fine. My son is just a bit outspoken. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your business idea you proposed to me the other day. I shouldn't have even listened to you. No way. I was going to help you, but it looks like I should never get involved with you. He never raises his voice. He calmly convinces people. That's scarier than shouting. But then, my company will be in trouble. Oh, I'm sorry, but our business relationship has just come to an end. Oh, no. You two, go home now. And I suggest you get ready to move out of your house too. By the way, is she the person you wanted to introduce to me?
Huh? What?
Chisa was puzzled. We all took seats. That's right. She's the promising actress I was talking about.
What?
She's really talented. She always has been, ever since she was a student. I had no doubt that she would become a star, but I learned that her theater group wasn't giving her any proper roles, so I decided to make my new dream come true with her. She suddenly has a nice voice. I think she's good. I told you I can't sing anymore, right?
Uh-huh.
So I found a new dream. I want to support talented people, like you.
What?
I want you to become a star.
What?
I hurt my throat and could no longer sing. I was in despair, but Otori-sensei told me, singing is not the only choice you have. It is the duty of a talented person like you to help your successes. Sensei, I want to help her. Understood. I will do whatever I can. Ever since the day we met again, I knew she was the one. But I thought she might have given up on our dream. So I asked Sensei to get me the tickets for the play earlier today. It was clear she was still passionate about theater. She hasn't changed at all since she was a student. So I became convinced that she is the one. But it's all up to you, Chisa.
Then, will you support me for the rest of my life?
What?
You said you're going to support me, right? That means you'll support me for the rest of my life, no? This is equivalent to a marriage proposal, right? So let's get married. Let's do it.
Why would we do that?
Don't worry. I knew since long ago that you were the only guy I want to be with.
She took my hand and held it firmly, with a smile on her face.
I'll make your dream come true.
Oh, okay. She scared me a bit, but I nodded. The company Leo's dad used to run lost Otori-sensei's support on a major project they were working on. As a result, the company got a huge amount of debt and went bankrupt. Leo, who had nothing but his rich father, disappeared from our hometown along with his father. On the other hand, Chisa, with the help of Otori-sensei, got into a major theater group in Tokyo. She was on her way to become a big star. She has already been casted as one of the lead roles in a big musical play coming up. As for me, I was still running my izakaya, along with my new company that trains actors and singers. I wonder if she's coming home soon. It's about time for Chisa to come home.
I'm home!
She came home with lots of energy. She's in a good mood as usual. She can now focus on acting. Seeing Chisa with a big smile makes me happy. Welcome home. My new dream of making Chisa a big star is gradually coming true. I'm glad I didn't completely give up on theater.